Hey guys, let's answer question number 1. To which set of numbers does each belong? Select all that apply. Rational, irrational, integer, whole. So we got to know what these things are, right? So a rational number just means you can write the number as a ratio of two integers. You can write it as a fraction. So irrational means you cannot write it as a ratio of two integers. If a number goes on forever and it doesn't repeat or have a pattern, it's going to be irrational, right? If the number repeats though, it always will be rational. So like if I said the number 10 and you're like, well, how do you write 10 as a fraction? Well, you can just say 10 over 1, right? That's a ratio of two integers. If I had the square root of 36, well, that would be 6, which can be written as 6 over 1. So all of those are rational. If it can be written as a fraction, it's rational as a ratio of two integers. An integer is just a counting number on the number line, right? Positive or negative. And a whole number is a positive counting number, right? So the cube root of 125, what number times itself 3 times makes 125? Well, I think we talked about that a little bit. That would be 5, right? And another way to write 5 would be 5 over 1, right? We can write it as a ratio of two integers. So we say 5 over 1 it's rational. 5 is also an integer, right? It's a counting number that's negative or positive. So it'd be an integer. And it is a whole number. It's a counting number that's positive. So we would say it's those three. It's rational, integer, and whole. The square root of 39. Let's try this one. So this one seems a little tricky, right? 5 times square root means one number times itself. 5 times 5 is 25, right? And 6 times 6 is 36. Getting closer. 7 times 7 is 49. So I think it's somewhere between 6 and 7, right? It's going to be a decimal. So I need my calculator for this. If I do the square root of 39, I get 6.244997998. If my calculator was longer, it would keep going on forever. And there is no pattern in this, right? So since it's a decimal that goes on forever with no pattern, we're going to say it is irrational. It cannot be written as a ratio of two integers. Hope that helps.